Now that we know a little bit more about the interface and how things are laid out in the experiments tool, let's start diving into ways you can actually use it. One of the most basic ones is running an add variation experiment. So we're going to talk a little bit about what add variation experiments do, what you're most often going to use them for these days, and then how to set them up and launch them. The best way to think about add variation experiments is it's a lot like ad testing. This is reduced in prominence a bit because Google has us running responsive search ads now. So we're just giving it headlines and body copy, and it's mixing and matching them to find the best combination. So it's sort of removed the need for a lot of the ad testing types that we used to do. But there are still a few ways you can use add variations to learn new things. The main one is going to be changing the URL that you drive the traffic to, i.e. landing page testing, which we've all done for years. You can also add or pin additional text elements to test versus what you have in your original campaign. And then if you also want to find and replace text elements you want to test, so maybe you try and find a percentage and change it to a $sign, or you want to find and replace something else, you can also do that here. When you create your test, you're going to want to name it. I usually call it what I'm testing just to make it easy to understand, like new landing page or just something that's easily identifiable. Then you're going to choose how you want to split the traffic to the new version and how long you want it to run. Most times you're probably going to do a 50-50 traffic split, but if you want to do less or more, that's entirely up to you. Once your experiment launches, just like we saw before, you're going to be able to access it in the experiment section in the add variations submenu. And you will see exactly what it is that's changed. So it'll say the target type of ad was responsive search ad, and we set the final URL to X because this was a landing page test. You will see how many ads it affected, and then you're going to see whatever stats you pick from that column's view, just like we saw before. So to recap, this is the simplest experiment type to run, being add variations. Due to the default now being responsive search ads, Google auto-tests copy pretty efficiently. You can't test different landing pages with responsive search ads, so you're probably going to use this experiment type mostly for that. The setup itself guides you through what you want to test, just like it would in any other experiment. You can find and replace elements, and you can set up your traffic split for when you launch.